It was because I didn't have my microphone on. I thought I did. Let's just double check. Yep. Everything's good. Let's begin our next episode entitled Tangle Webs.
We've arrived in 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nakul are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem here.
I've got to convince them otherwise, Daniels.
We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Understood. Put them on screen.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of warp. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
Sure thing, Captain. Let's save the Tholians while we still can.
This was a Tholian colony fleet.
See if you can take a little pressure off. We need to firm up our shields.
Working on it, Defiant.
Alert 1, coordinate attempt.
The aliens have disabled the Tholian flagship. She's in trouble.
Sir, if the Nakul kill the Queen, an entire Tholian bloodline will be wiped out.
Ship integrity compromised.
Shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
Enemy boarding parties are beaming to the Tholian flagship.
Destroy the aliens. Defend the Queen.
Estimated Tholian casualties are in the thousands.
We're working on it, Daniels.
Vengeance for the children.
Shields have failed. Left shield failing.
Only 2 starships here, after all. Oh, that hurt. Several more enemy vessels up ahead. Those frigates are easy to destroy. Target that destroyer.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Rocket tractor beam on it.
Target shields have failed. Right shield. Hull integrity below 75%. Left shield failing.
The destroyer's been annihilated. Take out those frigates. Last one. We took a beating.
Don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter.
Right now, Captain, I need you on Overwatch. More of those aliens could show up.
All right, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
Deal. Stay safe, Captain.
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information from the Defiant's crew, but believe me, it's for the best. I'll monitor the situation here while you assist the Tholians. Do what you can to save them. Good luck.
I don't like keeping information from the Defiance crew,
I
but...
found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Keep an eye on things, Daniels. Let me know if anything changes. Alright, let's go ahead and get some EV suits. Alright, everyone's in EV suits. Now we gotta activate it. Alright, beam us over to the Tholian ship, Daniels.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs.
Evidently the McCool can be in this area, but not us. No? Yeah, I don't know what they have, but they have some kind of ability to stay intact.
I'm detecting numerous Nakul life signs, and more are on the way. Nakul
handling them.
reinforcements are on their way to your position. Stay alert.
So far does it for the boarding party, so far. This one's at point blank range. You gotta keep going. Throw a grenade.
The power levels on the flagship just spiked. Something's wrong, and I doubt the Tholians are to blame. I'm reading more incoming Nakul transporter signatures.
Alright, let's get working on that self-destruct. There's the console. Deactivate the self-destruct.
Energy readings on the flagship are returning to normal. Whatever you did worked. The last remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you. We've stopped the ship from detonating, but the Nakul... They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've
Work's
done
not
here is
finished
an
yet.
atrocity.
that's the Queen. Let's speak to her.
Humanoid command unit. Why did you kill your kind? This is irrational. Explain.
We are not of the Nakul. We are from the United Federation of Planets.
Federation, Nakul. All humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Warring, then you leave.
We're not the same as the Nakul, Your Majesty. We are not your enemy.
Those you call Nakul killed our people. Our children, all are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task.
What can we do to help? We fought the Nakul. We came to save you.
You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered. The colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
Very well.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Understood, Captain.
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
We won't let you down. Moonraker, beam us up.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
We'll protect her while she works, Daniels. That message must go out.
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like some straight answers for a change.
Look, Captain, my orders are need to know and
And I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that.
Sounds like a plan, Captain. Bond out.
Here they come.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target shield has failed.
They're draining our shields. Oh, that explosion's gonna hurt. Surprisingly not by
We
much.
just lost our engines. It'll take a while for my chief engineer to work a few miracles. That dreadnought is coming in fast. My engineers are gonna need time. A lot more time.
We're working on it, Captain. We are outgunned out here. Bear with us. Forward shields on that ship have been obliterated. So is our shields. A couple photon torpedo shots should do the trick. I'm out of torpedo range. All I can do is fire phasers.
More ships inbound to our location.
Target shield has failed.
The alien dreadnought is concentrating fire on the Tholian flagship.
Oh, those frigates got me in the tractor beam. Evasive maneuvers.
Below 75%.
The Defiant is taking a beating, but we gotta focus on the Tholian Queen ship. Man, am I starting to take a beating here. Attack pattern Alpha 1.
Has failed. Hull integrity below 50%.
Their engines are offline temporarily. Just as I was got ready to hit them with a high-yield torpedo, they used evasive maneuvers. Smart.
Target's shield failed. Integrity 25%.
We're not gonna last long. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. We've been hit. I expect that from multiple ships out here because the Defiant has been disabled. But we're back in the fight.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Federation, you have proven you are different, rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Naku will pay. The Federation will not. Now, vengeance for the slaughter of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline is correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... Oh no. The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the not cool dreadnought!
Evasive maneuvers. Bond to Defiant. Get out of there.
Our engines are still down! We can't escape!
Science station, give me a scan on the Defiant. Why is she glowing?
No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make.
There has to be something we can do here, Daniels.
I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. Chthonians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation. For the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony convoy.
That's a cold comfort to the families of over 400 men and women, Daniels. Get us out of here.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Captain skills. Let's see. We're focusing mainly. Let's increase that now let's increase my hull plating. After that last battle, it's hard to believe I didn't get destroyed more often. And let's get ourselves back into regular out of the suits. And our next mission, the Battle of Caleb 5.
We have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector, and it's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything.
Alright, let's
Stay
get going.
safe out there.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history. The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux.
That's way too close to the neutral zone.
If they show up, we'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
Easier said than done, Daniels. And with this rewards I get Federation Type 3 Phaser Rifle Mark IV, Single Phaser Beam Array Mark IV, Phaser Dual Cannons, Photon Torpedo Launcher, Personal Shield, Phaser Type 2 Wide Beam Mark IV. Of course, it's going to be a while before we get there. Yeah, that is way too close to the neutral zone. But there's a star base right there and an outpost. As I stated before, anyone that penetrates the neutral zone, whether from our side or from their side, would constitute an act of war. I don't like our odds, though. If we're dealing with the Klingons here, it's one thing. But if it's a serious enough threat that the Admiral is sending out a task force, then we're going to have a lot to worry about. My crew has dealt with a lot these last couple episodes. Some would wonder how we maintain our sanity. I guess it's because of my leadership and direction. Not to brag. Heading near the Sierra sector towards Caleb 4. Alright, let's begin the Battle of Caleb 4.
All hands, this is Admiral Garrett aboard the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near this system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector. We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
Moonraker standing by. Orders acknowledged. There's the Yorktown. Another Constitution-class ship.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
At least this time we have the upper hand. All D7 battle cruisers.
Target's shield has failed.
The Klingon formation is breaking. All ships, give chase.
Copy that. Never would have thought the Klingons to run from a good fight, even if they were outgunned. They're too far away for a tractor beam. Full impulse.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
More battle cruisers.
Four shields failing. Target's shields have failed.
Fire. We're surrounded.
All ships, this is Garrett. Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute Concentrate fire on the cruisers. We need to protect them.
They have us on a tractor beam.
The mighty Federation has been brought to heel at last by the Klingon Empire. Those who remain shall know mercy in return for your unconditional surrender.
I thought Klingons didn't take prisoners, Captain Core.
We Klingons can be gracious in victory. Though, should you wish to die in battle with honor, I will gladly oblige you.
I'm picking up a temporal anomaly on one of the Klingon ships. It's consistent with readings we've seen at previous Nakul incursions. They're trying to interfere with the timeline again.
Well, until we can break out of this tractor beam, there's not much I can do here, Daniels.
Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past their shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry. We're literally running out of time.
Understood. Beam us over that Klingon ship. Once again with more secrets, Daniels. Temporal Prime Directive, temporal agencies, temporal mechanics. Good thinking. Let's move out. I want that tractor beam out of action. And let's also cycle the camera distance so I can get a better view. Surprised to see us? Alright, let's sabotage charge here.
This is the captain. There are intruders in the engineering section. Eliminate them immediately.
Surprise was never going to be the answer. Especially when you're dealing with Klingons. I got a better idea. We'll cut it open. No time for anything else. I don't care about the property damage to Klingon ships. They can bill me.
Enemy targets on center.
Setting charge. 2 of them are set. Gotta get the final one.
Shield losing power. Braking damage detected.
Setting up the last charge now.
You need to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail me.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you. Pity.
Indeed.
So you're the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship. A bold maneuver, to be sure. Bold or not, you remain insects. A minor nuisance to be exterminated, swiftly and without mercy.
Your allies are using you. And the cool aren't here to help you. They're just here to help themselves.
And in that way, we are alike, for we both are here to help ourselves. Today, I will take what I want in the Empire's name and use it to utterly defeat the Federation. And the Nakul, should the time for war come, we will meet them in glorious battle. But for now, our goals align.
That hurt.
A valiant effort, little fly. But it is over!
No, it's not.
Glorious!
Now get us moving. Let's do what we can to help the fleet.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
This is Garrett. We're outmatched here. Disengage under best possible power.
We'll cover you, Admiral. Get the fleet out of here.
Well done. Thanks for the help.
That's what we're here for.
Target's shields have failed.
Nice work. I owe you one.
Just get out of here in peace.
Make for heading 265 Mark 10 at best speed.
Run while you can, Starfleet. Won't get far.
Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Left shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Hull integrity below 50%. Rear shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Right shields failing.
Ooh, we took a big hit right there. Give me credit though, I was outgunned.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Divert power to shields.
Target's shields have failed.
You won't be forgotten. You've done us all proud. Give him hell, my friend.
Thank you, Admiral.
At least one Starfleet officer has the courage to die well. Tomedun Bomedun.
Target's shields have failed.
Mess around. Your air shields are vulnerable. So I could use a tractor beam right now.
Shields failing.
You're dead. Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech. but your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it. Believe me when I say it's better than the alternative.
Target's shields have failed.
Oh, that was interesting.
Welcome, nerds. Space Dock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels, too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Let's see.
You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Well, folks, this is pretty much where everything leads towards my Yellow Springs series, so let's use this reward real quick. So, I'll see you for my next Temporal episode, which, in the meantime, this is Captain Chris Thorne, signing off.
I am the leader of...